Hi, today we are going to be talking about health. We're going to be talking about being a mum to two autistic children and having health issues and how that kind of impact on the household. How does it impact on me? And basically what is going on with my health. So I haven't done a video for a very long time, and that's because I've been just off resting from work and stuff. Since working in a special needs school, I've been getting colds and infections and stuff. That is a very good reason for this. So, reason one is the diabetes. Type 2 diabetes, blood sugar was very high. So, basically, um, I'm going to be on some medication for that. Also found out that I have a very rare, blood disorder, and my platelets are very high. So, what does that mean? It means that the bone marrow is basically producing too many high red and high white cells. Um, and so yeah, so basically, I'm very much under treatment now. I'm gonna have to be on medication for the rest of my life, and however, I'm not going to go on too much about that condition, and I'm not going to go too much into detail about my diabetes. Diabetes will be controlled by a drug called metformin, and basically what will happen will be that that will control my blood sugars, and the medication for my blood disorder will control the blood platelets. So hopefully, with those two treatments and being checked regularly by the diabetic nurse and by the blood specialist team, I will be all right, and hopefully my energy will come back. It's slowly coming back anyway, but some days I get I feel dizzy and lightheaded and stuff like that. So it's been a case of me not working. I've actually gave up my job, but there's a reason. I haven't gave up my job because I didn't like it. I absolutely loved working in a SEN, like a school, but it was too stressful for me. I found that I was too tired. We know why now, but both conditions can make you a fatigue, tired. So basically, I was like, okay, well, I'm training to be a personal trainer, and I've lost a lot of weight intentionally. I've been in a calorie deficit for quite some time, and they said that that's absolutely fine for both conditions. With both conditions, it's that thing of just being as healthy as possible. So losing weight is one thing. Gaining muscle will be the next step which I'm going for. The reason being is that the more muscle that you have on you, the healthier you are, and that's so getting rid of body fat and having muscle is really really important to me. So where does this leave this new channel? We still be I'm going to be posting a lot more videos on here. It is going to be relevant to what you guys have been used to. We are going to start going to theme parks again. We've got plans to go to Lonley, and also for our wedding anniversary we're going to Weymouth, and we're going to be going to Monkey World, and that's Darren and myself, and that we have a Spanish holiday to go to this year in May. So I'm really looking forward to going to that. And yeah, it's just that kind of thing whereby the blogs will be, you know, like this. It could be a short one, it could be a long one, and that. And I want to talk about, you know, things like the menopause and health conditions like diabetes and that. The other one, what was it? The blood disorder. I'm still getting my head around it, but like basically, it's one of those where with a medication, it will be like absolutely fine. So the medication that I'm taking prevents kind of like one like prevents the blood clots and that, because with this condition it's very much kind of the thing whereby what was it, you don't really know that you got it until you have a blood test and that. So I was feeling tired and that, brain fog, you know, that kind of thing. But also, I'm a 45-year-old woman, 46 this year, and I'm going through the menopause in that. Yeah, I'm going through the perimenopause. I've done a video on that already. Also, I need my hair cut. So there's going to be lots of videos coming out, lots of different ones as well. As I said, I'm training to be a personal trainer. Um, and so hopefully you will see that like trans, you know, like me going from, you know, this to, you know, like a personal trainer who, you know, I want to put on lean muscle, and that's, you know, something which I have said to like my doctor and, you know, specialist, can I do this? You know, it won't affect me. They said no. We really encourage you to do it because it means that you're going to be more healthy and that. But yeah, and I need more sleep because basically like my eyes and that are really tired at the moment. And that's like the other thing. I've been really, really tired. So I've been, you know, trying to get like, you know, like 8 hours of sleep and stuff. And it's that thing of whereby, you know, sometimes I feel tired in the day, so I will have a nap and stuff like that. And then other times I don't have time, like yesterday, because I've been going to like the hospital a lot for like tests and that, blood tests, you know, ultrasounds, you know, CT scans, MMI, you know, I've just been so busy. Um, but now, what's it? We know the condition. We know what was it that the two conditions. What was it? They're not linked. So the diabetes is not linked to this other condition, and that this blood disorder and that. However, it does mean that I will be on tablets for the rest of my life, treatment for the rest of my life, and that to prevent the blood clots and that. And so yeah, that's basically it, folks. I'm going to try to do as many videos as I can. Um, like now I've got, what was it? I officially leave work on the 16th. I'm going to be doing some agency work. I'm going to be setting up, what was it? The Healthy Mum Hub. Was It's going to be the Healthy Mum Hub, and that's the business kind of name, I think. When I become a personal trainer, I might trade under that name, or it could just be, you know, Michelle Townsend, you know, personal training or something like that. What I'm going to be doing with that will be a whole, say, video like in itself. But like basically I want to do, you know, specialize in like working with like adults and young people with autism, learning disabilities. I want to, you know, I get back what I was always passionate about anyway, and that was like sports and that, but like using exercise, you know, like movement. So there will be a SEN movement every within that, you know, a kind of business, as well as offering say, you know, local personal training to, you know, local mums and families, and that doing group family sessions, I think, will be a really good way, and that to get everyone like exercising. Exercise is so important, isn't it? But I'm going to do a video on that. I'm also going to be doing a video on the Healthy Mum Hub. I have a YouTube channel. It's got 2 subscribers, okay? And basically, I haven't uploaded one video yet. So I'm going to be putting more videos on there, but also I'm going to be putting some of them on here as well. And the reason is that I think some of you will kind of say benefit from like learning what the Healthy Mum Hub actually does, and that's it is predominantly for mums, but I think dads can get a lot safe from it as well. We know that many I say women, mums especially, who have children with high needs, like my son, for like example, may not be able to get to the gym, may have some like anxiety, and this is why I will be offering a like online women only personal training sessions, and that there is going to be a lot going on, and I'm going to be starting that very, very soon. The personal training will not happen until I pass my level 3 personal training course. So like in May, I have my gym assessment course that will like enable me to do some like a basic kind of movement sessions and stuff like that, and also work in the gym if I want to. But yeah, the personal trainer level 3 will be really good. Now, where I go from there is a course over in the US, and they do a online course, especially for those trainers who want to specialize in like autism. So I'm definitely going to be looking into that, and whether I can I do that course, because again, like everything will like be like the more like qualified I am, the better. So yeah, make sure that you subscribe to this channel if you are like interested. I'm definitely going to be talking a lot more on here. I've also got 2 TikTok accounts. One is the Healthy Mum Hub, Michelle, and you can find me on there. And the other one is Cozy Corner, Michelle, and on there I talk about baking, diabetes, coffee, that kind of stuff, and more kind of like relaxed, where the Healthy Mum Hub will be talking mainly about how to stay healthy. And what I want to point out is that sometimes it's really hard for us to do that, like as parents of children with high, like I say, needs, and that doesn't mean that we can't. It just means that we have to do it in kind of like a different way. And so by kind of like learning like from each other, it does mean that you can actually do something for like yourself. So if you wanting to lose weight, for like example, that's something like in the future was I will be able to like help people with, giving them the one-to-one and also group kind of like sessions, like online, via like Zoom or something, a space whereby people are going to be going, wow, this is really good. So I've also got now a beacons shop as well, which if I can, I will leave it in the description. It may not be up right away because I got to go and find it and link it down here, But basically on there, I have some free like guides and that to DLA and that some behavioural and that. And basically, I will be uploading more and more over the coming weeks and months and that. Most of them will be free. I will be doing at some point a course and like other like ebooks and stuff like that. But like in the meantime, please support this channel by subscribing to the channel, liking it, giving me some feedback as well or a comment, and that would be helpful. And let's push this channel out. And yeah, and I will leave the link to the Healthy Mum Hub YouTube page and TikTok very, very soon. All right, take care. Remember, those will be down here in the description.